In a world filled with things on the internet, two men, one podcast, two pours.
Segue into you and let you kind of lead off.
Yeah.
Sound like a plan?
I'm swinging.
I hear you.
Whatever it takes.
This is going to be rich.
I think it's pretty good. You want some bourbon?
I would love some bourbon. But, all right. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Season 1, episode 5.
Come on. Instant gratification.
Always goes down smooth.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome.
That's good.
Welcome and thank you for joining us on this lovely Sunday afternoon here at the Two Pour Podcast Studios in Indian Trail, North Carolina. I'm here with my main man, James Gerald Bass.
Yes.
And
Nice to see you.
good to see you, my brother. And Sean on the ones and twos back there, engineer extraordinaire. So we want to definitely give some shout outs today. Thank you for joining us for episode 5. It's going to go instant gratification is the topic we're talking about. So a lot of stuff to get into, but I want to hit you with some housekeeping real quick. Thank you for all the support, the messages that we're getting.
1000%.
The comments. Please like, share, subscribe. Send it to one person, send it to your friend group. Big shout out to Tim Shea. Actually, I didn't even plan on doing that, but man, it was like
I'm glad you brought his name up.
Well, it was like the phone was blowing up. It was like one after one after one, and I was like, that's got to be Jimmy's boy.
Oh,
you know
man.
what I mean?
He's such a good dude, man. I mean, you're talking about the messages he sends. It's from a friend, but at the same time, the information that he's given is, he's really listening to what's going on.
Actually pay attention. Yeah.
Sending that one message out saying, "Hey, man, I sent it to 200 of my guys in the army or whatever."
Yeah.
And he didn't have to do that. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. Well,
Tim Shea, my homie.
And it was kind of like, I was talking to one of our buddies, Rick, you know what I mean? Our buddy G-Host.
Big Ghost. Come on,
Big
Ghost coming around.
And he was talking about how much he liked it. And said a lot of good things about it. And the thing about it is I was like, man, it means a lot coming from you because you're a tough critic.
Oh, he's tough. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when you get it from a
Trust
friend.
me, if it sucks, he's going to
say tonight, man, y'all just need to hang it up.
Yeah. Y'all should go try to play tennis or something like that. Or probably worse.
It reminds me of the guy in the car with his kid, and they're coming back from football practice, and he's like shaking his head, and then he's like, man, your effort, you're scared. He's like, man, I'm just gonna have to get you into something a little bit less competitive and less physical, like chess or something, But big shout out to Tim Shea. Thank you, man.
Absolutely.
Man, we love and support the military. We really appreciate what those guys and girls do for us. Keeping us free out there. And man, if you've met anybody in the military, and I know we got family and stuff like that in the military. If you know anybody in the family, man, they don't know how to pull punches.
No,
you know what I mean. It's real shit. You know what I mean? So when you get that feedback and it's positive, it's like, man, I'll let you know that you're onto something.
Yeah.
So we hope to continue to impress you guys, and hopefully we can teach and educate.
You're all impressed by my voice.
But anyways, you lost it. All right, so if you're listening and watching us, thank you. Please share. The only way we can continue to bring this to other people is with you guys spreading that love. That you've been showing us already. So please,
Love
and
that.
thanks.
Love that.
Quick shout outs real quick. I want to give a shout out to my buddy Jeff at Blue Diamond Pest Control. This guy is doing it. Very sharp dude. He knows his stuff with the pest control and is doing great for a lot of customers and businesses in the Charlotte and surrounding area. So 704-701-0876. Call Jeff at Blue Diamond Pest Control for all your pest control needs. And I want to give one more shout out after yours.
Go. Yeah, man. I want to give it out for my dude, man. He's got a clothing line, a brand, Famucci. It's awesome. Like I asked where that came from, and
which is a cool ass name, by the way. It just sounds good.
I worked with his wife, Deneen. Shout out to Deneen. She's fucking awesome human. And they also, their son is Drew. If you look up Drew on TikTok, but the kid is unbelievably famous. Just
Really?
he's got a crazy amount of stuff going on. All these dances with DaBaby in it, like actually in it,
Okay.
right? And so I asked Deneen, I'm like, yo, what is Famucci? What is that? She said her husband would come up, people come up and say, what's up, dog? What's up? He'd be like, what's up, Famucci? What's going on? Whatever.
Oh, so he just created
So he came up with it. So it's www.famuccilife.com. And all proceeds, 20% will be going to the Next Level Studios. No, but please support that. They got crazy gear, in anything from men's, women's, tank top, summer gear, winter gear, whatever.
Okay.
I just think their clothing line is dope, and also it's putting your money back into local, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what we talk about. That's what we support. We want to support those people.
Yeah. And I heard I want to just touch on something with that real quick. I heard Killer Mike on Joe Rogan yesterday. I don't know when the pod was actually done, but yesterday I heard it. He said everything that he does when he's talking about his belief or his backup in government or in policies or in whatever, it's not about the USA. He said, I don't give a fuck about that. It's about my city. It's about my neighborhoods. It's about that.
Yeah.
So when I hear him say stuff like that, I think about what we always say. Like, man, if you're going to put your money back into something, put it back into something that's here, that can benefit, that you can see them benefit from, and
it's one of the biggest problems we have now in government. Excuse me, is that the federal government has kind of overreached, and it's implemented itself in all the local matters. Right. When in reality, our local people should be controlling local matters.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And you control where you live. If you don't like what they're doing, then go somewhere where the people who are ruling and controlling. But they're elected.
Well, instead of worrying about who you're voting for
president.
Who's your mayor?
Who's your congressman?
Right?
Who's your representative?
That here in your city,
right here.
And that's something I think is that's important. That include myself. You need to stay educated on it and understand it. And,
which was pretty cool seeing some of the local Congress people. You know what I mean? From Union County at the church I go to.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're right there in the community and doing good things and stuff.
That's
like
very
that.
cool.
So
that's very cool.
That's really cool. All right. So one more shout out there. So. I don't know about you, but I'm not a big movie goer anymore, right? I mean, it's almost become like $100 for two people to go to a movie.
Right.
Now, the big thing that I didn't know about movie theaters is most of the actual movie theaters don't make any money off the ticket sales.
Well, they make it off the $27 Coca-Cola.
Yeah, that's right. Another separate beer, wine. But those places need to exist. It's it gives people entertainment and things like that. But Indiana Jones, the new Indiana Jones movie just came out. Crazy $250 million budget or something like that. But there's another movie called Sound of Freedom. Okay. And I don't know if I haven't heard anything.
I did. Yeah, I don't have any knowledge of that.
Okay, so the star of the movie is I hope I pronounced this right, Jim Caviezel. Or Caviezel or something like that. Caviezel, I think.
I don't know, I'm just making that up.
Oh, it sounds good. Famucci. But he was the lead actor in the movie Passion of the Christ, which I
know who you're talking about. Same guy that was in the movie with Denzel where he
and it's something too with the series where he's a SEAL. He played.
I know who you're talking about.
Navy SEAL.
Yeah. Jim Caviezel. Go ahead.
Great actor though.
Yeah.
But the movie Sound of Freedom is it's basically attacking the whole child pedophilia, sex trafficking problem that we have in this world. I'm not going to dive all into that, but it's it shines a light on it.
Okay.
Right. And it's bringing it to an attention.
And it should. That there should be extreme amounts of attention toward that. I live in Pineville, North Carolina, a suburb of Charlotte, North Carolina, and Pineville was one of the leading places of these kids getting kidnapped.
Charlotte in general. I don't know why. I mean, international airport, major railways. There's a whole lot of
fucking horrible people out there. So me, having daughters and having,
kids in general,
but having daughters and living in Pineville. And once I found that information out, my kids aren't going running around the block playing and shit like that. They are confined. But no, I mean for real, like it's a really really scary thought in general. Just to know that there are parents out there and their kids out there that had to deal with that drama. Man, that's
what the movie's going to focus on. Okay. And I heard him being interviewed, and he was just so much passion about it. So it's funny. So $14.5 million budget for this movie, and it's showing all across the country right now.
Okay.
Initial weekend was this past weekend, and not this weekend before last, and $14.5 million budget, and almost made it back in the first weekend. Outsold at the box office.
Indiana Jones?
Indiana Jones.
Come on.
With a $250 million budget. I think people are starting to wake up.
Yeah.
I think people are realizing about all these serious issues that we need to pay attention to, and screw the Hollywood CGI bullshit. Let's talk about some real things. Yeah. And I think we're going to get on that on another episode coming up here pretty soon. Talk about what's really going on.
I want to tell you something about the movie theater thing, though. I haven't been to a movie in so long, and my wife and the kids all went and watched the Transformer movie.
Okay.
And yeah, it's $190 for
sick 3
Reese Pieces and a fucking right.
Yeah, get the combo. Oh, do you want to add on candy for $15? What?
But it was I almost felt nostalgic a little bit, like sitting in there, and it's got that big comfortable
deal. 17-point chairs.
Oh man, it's phenomenal. So we had I mean we did have fun. It was nice. It was comfortable.
Once maybe a year, like Christian and I went and saw Top Gun 2.
Yeah.
Which is a great movie. Yeah, I think it's better than the original. Honestly.
Really?
Yes. Have you seen it?
Yes.
Yeah, you did. 1 was a classic. 2 was, I think, better though. I think it was better. I like it. I like all aspects.
Starting to
evaluate.
That'd
be a word. Deal. Okay. Yeah. Anyways, go see Sound of Freedom. I'm going to go see
behind it.
Yeah.
I support that.
Great actor. All right. Last thing. Well, actually, I don't have any more shout outs. You got more shout outs?
No, man. Shout out to everybody, man. My family, my kids, my brother Diesel, my brother Prince, Mike Weezy, right? J. Rue, Keith.
Yeah, ran into Mike at the U.S. men's national team soccer game here in Charlotte last week.
Oh, yeah.
That was pretty cool to see the family out there. So him and Dom and Angela.
They love, man. They love the
it was great.
The game.
We got about like 5 minutes together, and it's like, second half kickoff. We got to get back. So, but that was fun, man. It's just been a great week with the boys, man, and us 3 going to the beach together for the first time in almost a decade.
That's phenomenal. Yeah, those pictures were dope.
Enjoy it. So we had so much fun, man. Cried, laughing, playing board games, and just doing dumb shit, man. It was just great. It was great. All right, so I do want to give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to our bourbon of the episode. So we are enjoying an interesting, right? An interesting bourbon. So this is from Basil Hayden, which is under the Beam family of bourbons.
It's the Jim Beam family?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay.
Yep. This was actually kind of co-inspired by Booker Noe, who's a 6th generation master distiller from Jim Beam. Booker Noe, as in Booker's bourbon. So he kind of co-did this, had his hand in this. That's his pride and joy, though. That was kind of his creation. But this Basil Hayden, and I don't even think I've had the regular Basil Hayden, but this one right here, my buddy Terry in Greenville. So Terry Hunsinger, if you're listening, thank you for this. Put me onto this, and then we've had this once previously. Yeah. This is finished off in a red wine cask.
God, and it's so good.
Yeah, it is. It's really, really good. It's got a good taste, good finish, and so, but yeah, 6th generation master distiller, Booker Noe, who was a master distiller for 40 years. Booker Noe actually
80 proof Bridwell.
I know. What? I was getting to that. See, I was gonna be the surprise, you know what I mean? Because that's dead on where you want to be. And the thing about it is, I don't know if it's with the red wine cask that kind of takes any spiciness out of it as far as the finish.
Right.
But it is smooth. It is smooth as silk.
It is very, very smooth. It is very smooth, and you can taste that wine finish. I like the color of the actual bourbon, how it's got that red tint to it.
Yeah. If you were just passing by, you'd almost think this could be in the wine aisle.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it's kind of got that darker hue.
It's good. I've had the regular Basil Hayden. It's a great. I mean, it's great as well. But this is a good pull off for sure.
Yeah, I really do like it. But it's funny. So Booker Noe actually coined the term small batch.
He coined
the term small batch.
Not to mention this guy probably has lots of money in the bank.
Well, now he does. Yeah, I'm sure. But of course, introduced Booker's. But it's so funny how you find a bourbon that kind of matches your profile, or you find a character out there in the world that just like, man, they're saying what I believe, And
you think Booker knows that guy?
Oh, I think so. I mean, he said that he wants his bourbons to be spicy, but also smooth
spicing my
and
forehead
sweet.
up.
Smooth and sweet. And that's me. I like the vanilla. I like the sweet notes, the berries, which you get a lot of it here. A high fruit content. You get a little bit of spice, a little bit of nutmeg, but then the 80 proof, which takes away the burn. Because Booker's is unfiltered.
I'm telling you, the smell too. Like at first, right when you first smell it, that wine is the first thing that I smell.
Yeah.
Right away.
And the thing about it is each bottle is going to be different because you never know how much of the bourbon was actually finished in the wine cask. Not all of it is. Not all of it is. So when we were talking on the last episode about how when you get a blend, you could have everything from 4-year to 10-year and you have no idea the consistency.
Yeah.
Same thing here. You don't know if 50% of the bottle was finished in the red wine cask or 20% or what. So each bottle is going to be a little bit different, but this is probably the third or fourth bottle I've had of this, and all of them are good.
Yeah,
all of them.
And you've had all of those in the last week or two?
2.5 days, sir. I was at the beach. I told you, getting down. But so this right here, to me, as soon as I taste it, instant gratification.
Instant gratification.
Instant gratification.
It's funny you say that.
I love it. And man, when we first started, when you brought this up, because you brought this topic to the table, and when we started talking about it, it's like, okay, cool, yeah, we can talk about it. Man, the further you go down these roads,
It's everywhere.
It's in every aspect of our lives.
Yeah,
everything. It's in our modern lexicon now. It's permeating. It's right there in everything that we do, from our work life to if you're dating, to raising your kids, to dealing with a generation that's all they know is instant gratification.
Yeah, because they can get it right away. I mean, think about go back to the first thoughts of instant gratification, right? For me, instant gratification, you're thinking about working out, you're thinking about getting healthy, you've gotten, to a place where you want to get yourself back in a shape. You go in there, you work out, you end up just going too hard, doing way too much that you should have. You go home, you go to bed, you wake up, and you're like, holy fuck, I can't even move. Yeah. I can't even move. Well, in your head, while you're in there, like, doing all this stuff, you instantly want to look like
you want to be able to look in the mirror
or look right. So you want that instant gratification of making it happen. It's just not. It's not reality. So what happens to a lot of people when that occurs? It's like, man, fuck it. They give up because anything that has I think any success when it comes to working out, when it comes to shaping your body the way that you want to, right? It's not going to be easy. It's going to be very hard to do that, right? To maintain for certain people. I mean, we're in our 40s now. It's different. Yeah. 10 years ago, 20 years ago, I could do a diet and do a whatever and lose 25 pounds in 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, it's just not like that anymore, right? So the mentality of the instant gratification is like, it's almost, for me, it's almost one of those things that makes it not real. It makes it, especially if it does happen. Let's say it's a overnight success of something, right? That's kind of instant gratification, right?
Yeah.
Think about
that's almost a curse too, though.
Right. Again, I'm gonna
okay.
jump in there.
Okay.
I love that.
Steal your thunder.
I love that. You can steal the thunder, right? Just add it to it. More clouds, right? Clouds forming. So the guy on SoundCloud, he put a song up. The kid recorded the shit in his living room, right? And somehow, some way, somebody clicked it. And that's the thing that is fucking so crazy and dangerous about right now. Someone hit a button. All of a sudden, it went viral. All of a sudden, this kid is getting phone calls, and companies are calling each other and being like, "Who is?" Let's just call him, MC Ragtag, and they're like, who is this MC Ragtag guy? Oh my God, did you see he's got 10 million, boom, blah, 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 and they put his song on, and they're doing a dance on TikTok. Can somebody find this Ragtag? And then all of a sudden, this kid who doesn't know shit, he's 19, right?
Doesn't have a clue about the world.
Has no idea what's going on. They get these phone calls, they get this, and they a lot of times probably go for the first or second phone call, right? So it's whoever's the quickest in the business to be able to get to this kid.
Oh, yeah.
And then this kid gets hey, look, I see that you live in this apartment with your mom and your little brother. Man, we're going to give you $2 million and we're going to give you this and we're going to get you out of here for your mom and your little brother and all this. Well, of course.
Yeah.
So then, all right, now I went from being this kid who's just like kind of just trying to do some rap shit to now I'm on every TikTok dance that's going on that these fucking teenagers are, doing, grown people are doing.
They've taken what was hot and now spun it into everything. There's a commercial with the beat
now
in the
this
background.
kid, now this kid, MC Ragtag, is everywhere. He's got no experience. He's got no education. He's not even performed on stage really before. And now this guy is in the biggest venues that you can be in. Right?
Well, for right then.
Right then, right?
Yeah.
Well, then, so then what happens?
What's next, homie?
What's next? Right?
Yeah.
And then not just what's next, it's hey man, a year down the road, you see MC Ragtag and he's got tattoos all over his fucking face and, painting his nails black and he's got, a $1 million necklace on. And then 2 weeks later, MC Ragtag gets his fucking body turned into a fucking canoe because he thinks he can,
Yeah.
Because he thinks that his life went from here to here so quick that fucked his psyche up, and now this guy thinks that he's really this.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's sad, dude. It's sad.
Well, all right, so
it's sad.
And it reminds me of a couple of different things. One, as you were talking about that, I remember it was, and I can't remember her name, but she was a female journalist. And she was going to interview Kwame Brown. Now, Kwame Brown was the first pick in the NBA draft, and I don't remember what year, but I know Jordan was with the Wizards, and he was the part owner, GM, or whatever he was doing with the Wizards. And Kwame Brown was right out of high school. This is when you could go straight from high school to the pros. And she went to interview him at this apartment they put him in pre-draft. And she talked about how when she was interviewing him, she was like, it was like interviewing like a big 8th grader. Just the education level. He had $10,000 suits piled in the corner of his room. Like he had no life skills.
Yeah.
And
Ill-experienced.
And he flamed out in the NBA and he's probably broke now. You know what I mean? And it's just sad because we are probably the last generation, right? We're early 40s. We're probably the last generation of the work hard, do your freaking job, shut up. You can take on everything. We're like the ox, like the true ox. We can plow fields. We can do whatever we need to do. We'll work our asses off. We'll work our way up the ladder slowly and steady, right? And this generation now, which we're trying to raise, right? We're trying to raise kids in this generation that don't understand the thrill of hard work, and seeing it come to fruition,
seeing the payoff.
So as parents, right, we grew up in that different time period. I mean, when we were our teenagers' ages, we had to wait till 9:00 for those phone calls to be free.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We had to pay per text message.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we had to wait. We had to go find people in the neighborhood. We had to, if we wanted to do a book report for school, which it seems like it's few and far between with this generation. But when we wanted to go do a book report, what did we have to go do? We had to go to the freaking library.
Yeah.
And go research the books.
Yeah.
And find the articles and find the things. Now, everybody, man, with the phone.
You do it on your cell phone.
Man, you're the smartest person in this room when I'm not here. And
that was good.
Thanks. You're welcome. I'll be here all night. Be sure to tip your waitress.
What the fuck are you talking about?
But, hey, GTS, man. Just Google that shit. Everybody's the smartest person in the room.
Well, I mean.
What is it teaching us?
Well, what it is, though, in the phone is instant gratification. The phone is that tool that makes it so that when you're speaking to your respective kid and you're saying, hey, I want to tell you something real quick. I want to tell you a little story about Michael Jordan back when he first started playing basketball. But oh yeah, I'm looking at the thing right now. He
highlight reel.
Is that you talking about this one?
Yeah,
because their thumbs have biceps in them because they
really?
because they work so hard on them.
Yeah.
But they
never heard that comment before. But
it's a phenomenal concept.
It's pretty cool, actually.
It's good.
You're a smart guy.
It's it takes the I don't want to say takes the wonder out of things because that's stupid, but it doesn't give any real. Now let me back up real quick. I'm gonna play devil's advocate here for a second. Also, if we had these back then,
I don't even want to. Phones in general, I do not even want to think about the trouble.
Oh, the world would be
you and I would.
The world would be in a bad place right now.
Come on,
right? But now let's erase that out. Let's edit that out. What I just said. Okay?
I don't know. I kind of went back in my mind for a little bit.
For all the boys and girls,
all the stories that we have.
So so the cell phone, instant gratification. So think about a situation that happens, right? Pick up your phone, you video it, right? Or you're listening or watching to you're watching a YouTube video and you screen record whatever's going on, and then you blah 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 and post it up on whatever respective website you want to post it up on, and then something happens where 1.5 million people click on it, laugh at it, blah blah blah, and then all of a sudden companies reach out to you and they say, "Hey man, I'm the I'm the advertising director for Walmart and blah, blah, blah on the Eastern Coast." Well, man, you've got a lot of followers happening right now, but we've got a tool that can help you and actually get you a couple more million people to follow you, but we're going to pay you X amount of dollars for you to go into Walmart, and we just want you to pick up this item, right? Let's just say it's a baseball glove, right? Or let's say it's a basketball, or let's say it's a fucking clothing item, but we want you to do 8 videos, 10 videos, send them to us. They're going to take the videos, they're going to edit those videos, and they're going to put them up on your respective TikTok, in which you have millions of people following, and they're going to send you a check in the mail.
Yep. And we'll send you the check after you've sent.
It's a great hustle for these kids out here to make money. I'm not dissing that.
No.
Right?
Yeah.
But it makes it so there's a fame that comes with it. Right? All right. So now when we go out as kids and we go to the mall and we're walking around and we see this 5'0" dude walking around, you're like, dude, that's Muggsy Bogues. Yeah. Holy shit. That's Muggsy. You see him? Holy shit, that's Muggsy Bogues.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm talking about a world-class basketball player, Spud Webb kind of size, dude that just did amazing things, that was from Charlotte, played on the Charlotte Hornets.
That's right.
It was amazing.
Who lives in Matthews.
It was a fucking amazing growing up for that when you saw Muggsy Bogues.
Defied the odds.
Okay?
Yep.
Now, you're at South Park Mall, and you see some dude walking, and you're like, hey, that's the Brandon kid. Yeah, he's the TikTok guy who made up the thing where he does, oh my God.
Yeah,
that's Brandon.
He did that one dance. Yeah, and he's carrying $40,000 worth of merchandise in those bags because he made $2 million off.
Yeah, fuck Brandon.
Some stupid fucking dance.
I'm not mad at your hustle, Brandon.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
I don't want to rob you.
I saw an article, right? I saw like an Instagram post about LaMelo Ball, right? LaMelo Ball just signed his contract extension.
Yeah.
It's like 4 years, $250 million.
That's it.
Or 6 years, $250 million. So basically what it equated to was like $150 to $160 million more than Jordan made in his entire career as a basketball player.
And we got that kind of money to throw around.
It's like, where does it stop?
We got that kind of money to throw around. Yeah. But we don't have that kind of money.
But it's
we don't have that kind of money to clean up our fucking communities. We don't have that kind of money to help, fix things that are just structurally unsound.
We have $2 million for Brandon and his dance on TikTok, who has no talent in the world other than this one dance.
Yeah.
He's not going to do shit for the world.
No, but some shoulder
that's
dance
what we're doing.
Thing like this, up, right? Chest, pop, right? That's all it is.
Can you do that one more time? No, never mind.
No, Brandon's not real. Just so I don't want you to Google Brandon. And then some poor Brandon out there and fucking some Brandon out there in Greenville, South Carolina, getting pummeled.
Well, the thing is that a Brandon dance? The Boys at 2-4 podcast told me to fuck him up. No, I mean. And I don't, and I want to kind of stay away from us just being old heads, as the young ones would say, and us just bashing YouTubers and stuff like that. But the thing about it is, all right. So let me give an example. So the boys and I, we spent the week together. They were over here last weekend, and over the weekend, I said, "Look, I was like, I'm going to pay for this beach trip. I'm going to pay for it as much as I can." And I was like, but I need your help. I want you to come over here and help me with this yard project. You're going to earn. You're going to earn the trip, right? So we came, they came over, man, we dug up all this pine straw. We dug up bushes. We replanted bushes, replanted flowers.
Did you dispose of the pine straw in the way that I told you to?
What did you tell me did you tell me how to dispose of the pine straw?
Yeah, where like you dump it in places that
Oh, in the neighbor's yard? Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
Yeah, it all ended up in the neighbor's
Can they
yard.
still hear me when I do that?
No, they can't at all. So we did that and everything, and it was funny. So Christian and I leaving the house last night. Both of us did actually, no, this morning, right? On the way to church.
Yeah.
Actually. Thank you, God. We're on the way to church this morning. Google. All right, so we're pulling out of the driveway, and both of us did the same thing. Both of us looked over at the project of what we did.
Gratifying.
Not instant.
Gratifying, though.
But very gratifying. That was about 7 hours of work on 2 days and in 100+ degree heat index weather.
Pause.
Yeah.
I just got something to ask. It took you 2 days to do that? With 3 people?
So,
all right.
Well, we started out, we worked 4 hours on a Saturday and we finished up on a Sunday. But we weed eated, we mowed the grass and everything like that. But we had to cut up. Man, listen, you dig into Union County soil, it's freaking rocky. We were clearing out boulders.
It's like dealing with somebody's past, right? Rocky past.
Yes.
Casting stones, stuff like that. Yeah, glass house liver. Anyways, but yeah. So, but the thing about it is we both looked over and said, that was the work that we put in. He was like, Dad, it really looks good.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the little things. We're not going to be able to change this generation.
No.
From what they have. That's all they know.
Yeah.
But I think about it with even with a Christian or your girls who are Christian's age. When's the last time you've seen them sit down and read a book?
Right.
They don't do it. Their attention spans are non-existent.
It's and we're speaking for our kids only. I mean, I'm sure there's kids out there that do read books and that do all this stuff, but generally, they don't. And we suffer from it too. Okay, right now, I'm talking to you, I'm having a conversation with you. I'm chilling, having some bourbon. I could literally grab my phone right now and look at it.
Yeah.
It's not even disrespectful anymore. You remember back in the day when we're talking about flip phones, Nextel type shit?
Oh yeah.
If somebody picked their phone up and just got on their phone while you're having a conversation, well, I'm going to punch you. I might punch you in your face. It's disrespectful as hell.
But you also had a phone, but no data.
Right. But the point of it is, it was if you grabbed your phone while I'm having a conversation, we'd be like, "Damn, man, I'm boring you that much to where you know." Yeah. It's different now to where it's not disrespectful. It's normal, right? It's so normal that in class at school, these fucking kids
can have their phones.
All right, listen, I'm going to tell you again. We're going to do here. Let me tell you about my story when I was young as fuck.
Back in my day.
Okay, hey man, here's this folded up piece of paper. Okay. Yeah. Make sure you don't dispose of this folded up piece of paper. It's important. It's got all the fucking answers to this class or to this test you're about to take. Okay. Yeah. Make sure you give me this folded up piece of paper back. Okay. I need it. Not because we were dumb. We were just had our own laziness back then, right? We don't want to fail this class.
Yeah.
Here's the point. Here's the funny part of it. You're sitting there and you looking over your shoulder. And I'm not saying that kids can sit there and hold their cell phones up while they're doing tests. But we had to do so much fucking work just to pass a lousy exam or test or whatever.
Yeah.
Where these kids can be in class with their phones, with all the millions and millions of information that you could get.
Yeah.
I guess my point of it is how much easier it is now to steal the information.
Yeah. Laziness.
Steal the information.
Is it not laziness though?
Hey, look. You remember like what was it? Like you would read a book and then sometimes you would skip through to the now. I'm not speaking for everybody, but I've done it a couple times.
Like a speed read.
And then you would skip through and then you get to the end of it and finish it.
Yeah.
I fucking hate the way I'm sitting right now. Okay? All right? I just want everybody to know that. Famucci for life though. All right? Speed read, you look at the end of the book, find out what happens, boom, right?
Yeah.
You're done. Now it's the same thing. I'm watching a documentary about some fucking did this guy kill the lady or did he not kill the lady? Is the lady dead? Is she not dead? And you're going through this whole dramatic shit. I'm like, screw it. I grab my phone. Is he in jail? All right, gotcha. He got locked up.
Yeah, he's serving life right now in Alcatraz.
I fucking knew he did it. I don't want to
Fuck
sit here.
that guy. All right, let me move on to the next thing I got to do in life.
That was instantly gratifying for me. I felt good about that.
But
right?
I mean, does it not start though with us? Do we not have to take those extra few seconds to say, hey, listen, like when's the last time we sat at the dinner table and had phones away?
That's important.
You know what I mean?
I'm glad you said that. That's important. And it should happen more. It should be something that is, it was big at my dad's house. Growing up at my dad's, it was big. It was, there was, I don't think very many nights where we're eating on the couch.
Yeah.
Right. Or we're getting, even if we have fast food, we're putting it on plates and eating it in the kitchen,
Yeah.
So I do miss that. I do miss those days.
All right. So that's parenting. Let's take it to another subject then. I mean, as far as the instant gratification, let's take it to work. How does that affect us? We're talking about being managers, right? We talked about perfecting our art of management. How does that influence us in management right now with the instant gratification?
Well,
especially with the younger group.
You would love to attain that in your customer survey portion of your job and Google review part of your job.
Yeah.
You feel like you're doing a phenomenal job, or you feel like you want your people to assume that responsibility even when you're not there, and make sure that they're following the process map that is a success map.
Yeah.
If you deviate from that map, problems happen.
Yeah, but normally, would you not say that process map? There's a time period, right? There's a growth period of we're going to institute this here, we're going to institute this here, we're going to institute this.
You got
here.
your 30, 60, 90 rule, right? You got your 30 day, 60 day, 90 day. Let's see if it's working. Right?
Well, and it's one of the things that I've tried, and I think it's helped people like you and myself. I feel like we've adjusted very well. Because we've had to, and that's just what we do.
Yeah.
And with some of the younger ones that I have at work now, who are also kind of my star players, you have to find the way to reach them, and you got to make it quick and concise, because their attention span, I mean, it isn't
goldfish.
It isn't as long as as ours, because we were built more on the longer work. It's going to take a while. It's going to take you a while to work up the ladder. So you almost have to change their aspirations of, look, I know where you want to be. Stick with me. We're going to get you there. It's just going to take a little bit longer than what you think. But we got to quicken it up on our end too.
Yeah. Yeah. And I have tendencies to squirrel. I have ADHD like a motherfucker. And I think most people growing up under us just automatically have it, unbeknownst to them. Right.
Everything's anxiety ridden.
Right. And anxiety is a huge, I'm glad you brought that up. But anxiety is it's a killer. Really is.
So not only are we working on everybody instant, we got to have it instantly. Got to have it instantly. We can cook rice in a bag in 90 seconds.
Yeah.
I mean, but you also have the anxiety of, oh my God, things aren't going quick enough. Things aren't going quick enough. I mean, it's tough, man. It's a tough navigation.
It's one of those things where you got to be a master communicator, right? You've got to learn. There's in the business that I work in, and I think any business that you work in, if a customer calls to ask a status update, you have failed.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that if you cannot stay on top of that, then you're failing, because as a customer, man, I need my car. I've got to drive to get to where I got to go to. So in order for me to have my car fixed and everything like that, I need to know like a timeline so I know how to arrange my life. Yeah. So there is some impatient customers that call and call and call, and you're not gonna fix everybody. No offense to them. That's just the way that they're created. But when you don't follow a process map of calling and communicating with people, number one, the instant gratification can be broken down into several variables, but instantly gratify them for right now because they just want to know what's going on. They just want the information. You call them, say, hey, this is where we are in the process. Oh, okay, cool. Phew. Okay. right?
Yeah.
So that bit of anxiety's gone for them, a little bit's gone for yourself. But the biggest problem with instant gratification, I think, is that you think the job's done.
Yeah.
Right? Because we've got to that point, or you've attained that success real quick. So, okay, cool.
Almost like a rush to the finish.
Yeah. Like,
and then so everything's done.
Everything's done. Well, man, the finish line it's not the finish. You know what I'm saying? In the race, this is a never ending race. Like, what's that line? Nice guys finish last. I said, nice.
Still running.
Yeah. Nice guys finish. Yeah. Nice guys don't finish last. They're still running.
Which is, that's poetry.
Yeah. I want to take this time for people to go on YouTube and find JJ Bass, the old rapper. Some videos on there, some insights, some really good lyrics.
Was that lyric ghostwritten, or was that?
Huh?
Was that lyric ghostwritten?
No, ghostwritten. If you're talking about the ghost of myself, right? If you're talking about maybe a ghost, which is myself, wrote it. No, but no, it was it was a nice little moment. There's nice moments when you write like that sometimes. There's times where stuff.
See, and this is where the maverick personality of me, when we're talking about work.
Yeah.
Right? This is where the maverick person.
Are you Tom Cruise right now? Is that why you're wearing that shirt?
No, this is what I wore to church, and I was like, I was going to wear a Bourbon shirt, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to stick with this.
I thought I was sitting across
I'm coming
from
off
Tom
the
Cruise.
beach. I'm coming from the beach. Yeah. Oh, where's my aviators?
He's a little sun-kissed right now.
Where's my aviators right now? I'll put those on and just rock.
I swear to God, if I walk in here one day,
talk to me, Goose,
and you fucking run from right there to right there, sliding in your socks with fucking boxers on, I'm gonna punch you right in the face.
Oh, don't you do a little boxer briefs? That's my next dating app ad right there for it.
Whenever you
and all my greatness, you're sliding in.
There's something you brought up that I think is so good.
Can we get that for a sound? Ooh,
yeah, dating app, instant gratification. Instant gratification. Okay,
it's crazy.
What's up? I don't know. What's up? Shit. You want to fuck? Yeah. Okay. Go do your thing.
Listen.
Then come back and then chill for a little while. And then you look at your phone. Hey, what's up? Shit, you look good as fuck. Yeah. Oh, that's what's up. Where do you live? Okay, let's meet up.
Yeah.
And they go to it's strange and it's weird. And I'm sure it's exciting for people. I'm sure that
it's not.
Right?
It's not. It's like anything else, right? Everything that's new. You go to an amusement park for the first time, right? Oh man, it's an amusement park. It's cool. Wow, ride the rides, taste the candy.
There's that moment.
There it is. But then it's like, okay, well, all right. This amusement park has nothing interesting to say, and they're boring.
Hey,
then we're out.
Did you see the video a couple weeks ago? The Fury ride at Carowinds?
Yeah. Where they put saran wrap over it. It was a big, giant crack in the foundation. Isn't our world like that though? Isn't our life like that? Sorry, that's deep. I know.
Did you take mushrooms or something?
No, I did not actually.
But it took a dad. I mean, this dude I guess his kid was riding the and this is just a story that I heard. So this may be some more dramatic.
That's actually that's how actually.
But
how
they
it
said
got
he's
brought
like watching it, like damn, and there's no coming back from that if that thing toppled over.
No, that's part of that's a structural beam. So if it were to, and all right, so what we're talking about right now is Carowinds here in Charlotte, which is right on the North Carolina, South Carolina line. And there's a ride called the Fury, which is the Fury 325, which goes up 325 feet and then drops down.
It's a hypercoaster.
Terrifying. It's a hypercoaster. At one point in time, it was like the fastest hypercoaster, I think, in the United States, if not the East Coast. Have you rode it before?
First time I ever rode it, Jacob made me ride it. My son Jacob.
Yeah.
My baby boy, he was like, yeah, we're going to go ride it, Dad. I'm like, no. He's like, yeah.
Yeah, you're coming with. Okay.
We get up there, and he looks up to the right, and the front is open. And he brings me to the front. I'm like, yo, Jacob. He's like,
you rode in the front?
He's like, Dad, it's cool. For the first time I've ever rode it.
Oh, no.
So we go sit down into the front.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there. I'm like, man, what the fuck? And I keep throwing my head back. Yeah. There's this dude behind me with his girl.
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, bro, yo, man, yo, is this gonna be okay? And I'm looking at him like, and he's like, no, big dog, we got this. And he literally could see me up there like
shivering.
And my son kept looking at me like, Dad.
Oh, and I'm sure Jacob's doing the same thing as Christian.
And
Christian does.
And
they're
dude
like
behind me
posing as the cameras.
I have no idea who this dude is. The dude behind me got me through it. And Jacob, obviously.
Yeah.
But literally, when we got to the top, all I could hear was this dude behind me talking to me.
Yeah.
Saying, yo, bro, it's good. It's good. Throw your hands up.
What if I told you that guy didn't even exist?
It was a simulation.
It was your conscious. It was your conscious talking you through this.
Probably.
Shit.
Bro, that was an intense ride. It was
how
intense.
Is it the slowest?
G-force.
How is it the slowest time period from when you start to the top of that? They do that shit on purpose.
Oh, yeah.
It takes 14 minutes to get to the top of that thing. And you're like, can my anxiety grow any higher? Man, and we go down that thing, and Christian's dabbing because he knows where the cameras take the pictures.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, man, I'm holding on for dear life. And I'm sitting here thinking as we're going up, man, if this goes off the tracks, I'm fucking done.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean,
Over.
think about it. You've seen some of these videos where these kids are sliding out from under when the G-force is hitting them. And dude, that's scary shit. I'm not in.
No, it's crazy.
So instant gratification, obviously it could exist anywhere. It does exist everywhere.
Stick with the dating though. Stick with the dating stuff.
The dating app, that for me, it makes it, and I'm not saying that you can't meet a good partner. And when I say partner, I'm saying, what is the dating app for? If you ask 10 people, I would say the majority of people, if you say, hey, is this dating app a hookup site so you can get up and have your hookup site? Or is this a dating app that really you're looking for a life partner? Okay.
Yeah.
I would say 80% of the people, 8 out of 10 people will probably say that's a hookup site. Right?
I agree with you. I agree with you, but I would add on to this little caveat. I think it's more of an ego boost. You know what I mean?
Of course.
I don't even think it's based in or rooting in that you actually want to find somebody. It's, I need to get my confidence up. I need to be received well. I need to be appreciated.
Right.
I need to feel this false sense of instant gratification.
Come on,
this false
Daddy,
sense,
speak to him.
This false sense of love and admiration.
Right.
Because, you know, and I've been single off and on for the last 15 years.
25,000 years.
It's a lot. But going back and forth, at one point in time, one site was, okay, that's where you go to actually find somebody. And this is the hookup site. And then it goes, this is the place where you go to find somebody, and now this is the hookup site.
Right.
So it just keeps spreading. So
for me, it's being promiscuous. If that's what you are, that's fine. That's fine. It's not a big deal. I mean, everybody's not going to be 1950s. You fucking,
that's right.
You get married, you stay together, you stay fucking miserable with each other for 50 years, and you kick the bucket. Yeah. Back in those old days, man, you don't see a lot of people divorcing, right? You don't see a lot of people separating. You don't see, right?
And there was some unhealthiness in that kind of life too.
Oh, 1,000%.
Because you just didn't do it because religion.
Well, because you don't want to be looked at.
That's right. You were judged.
You don't want to be looked at that way. Not my family. Not my. Y'all are.
Yeah.
Well,
we're unhappy, but we stayed together.
But again, being promiscuous. Okay, if you're going to these sites and you want to tell me that, all right, well, Tinder is a hookup site. Everybody agree? Yep, it's a hookup site. Okay,
now it is. Yeah.
Now. What?
Now, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You say now it is?
Well, hold on.
Oh,
before, like years back, Plenty of Fish was like, oh man.
No. I'm not talking about Plenty of Fish. I'm talking about Tinder right now.
I know. Before, well, that's what I'm saying. Before, back in the days.
Keep pointing at me like that, like you want that thing broken, bud. Okay. Sounds horrible.
Back in the days, Plenty of Fish was like the hookup site, and Tinder was like actually a place you go to find somebody. And then Tinder became the hookup site, and then Bumble is like where you go to meet somebody. And now it's like Bumble's a hookup site. I don't know.
It's all
stupid
none of the
shit.
sites. Let me tell you something, and this is for all you little cats and kittens out there. Okay, if you want to tell me that you're looking to find someone, and you're looking on apps, okay, and you go on Tinder or Plenty of Bugs and fucking Bumble Butt and all this stuff you're going to, okay, and you're telling me
Is
that
Bumble
you're
Bud an
trying to-
actual app? Is that copyrighted? Check that, Sean,
and
please.
you're trying to go and look for a relationship.
Yeah.
I think that you're full of shit. Okay, because none of that stuff is real.
Well, hold on. There's
It's fairy dust.
you're not the boss of me.
It's
What the fuck?
no.
So what beside it?
It's not.
You're not the boss of me.
All right,
There you go.
got it. It's not real. If all right, here's what's real.
I can see that. Yeah.
Here's what's real.
What's real?
Go somewhere and spark up a conversation with somebody. Yeah. All right. If you go out with some friends, you're single people. I hope everybody understands. I'm talking about single people only. And you go out, you see somebody that interests you. Go talk to the person. Hey, what's up? How about whatever the fuck you do?
Yeah.
Instead of Google, look at the phone. Robert liked your picture. And then you go look at Robert. All right. Like his picture. All right, now hit this button. And I don't know how the sites work.
Yeah, I get that.
Now hit this button, and then it'll make a sound on Robert's phone, and then he'll go, all right. And it's just,
I know.
it's fucking robotic.
It's not organic.
It's not organic.
Yeah.
Listen, the one thing that we know, right, that is that our kids that we're raising, this generation, they are socially awkward to an extent. Okay.
Because they're so used to electronic
Because they're so used to that electronic communication. They're so used to that instant gratification of that. That's a false pretense of what instant gratification actually is in my sense of what I'm saying. I don't if my wife likes one of my deals on Facebook, it's like, oh, right?
Yeah.
That's the shit, right?
Yeah.
But now it's like, yeah, hey man, this chick liked my picture on the shit, man. I'm gonna hit her up in her DM, see if she's trying to get up.
Yeah, it's almost like it's almost this false sense of, oh yeah, she's into me. She's into me. Yeah, she liked my. My shit.
She liked my picture and shit, man. You see that picture of her, man, where she's twerking on top of the table? Man, I'm gonna hit her up. It's like
because there's 4,000 dudes who liked her last
4,000 dudes that are diving into her DM. Like, I'm not saying that. Again, I'm not saying that the way we're saying it is the right way to do it. It's the way that we know how to do it.
But we're also talking about this is all like the preliminary stages of dating and relationships and marriage.
Right.
Some people have met their ex. Or no.
See, this is why you don't go.
Right.
This is why you don't go to dating apps, because you'll meet your ex.
This is exactly where you will meet your next ex, is on a dating app. No, but people have met. I mean, I was best man at a wedding who they met on a dating app. They're still together.
Yeah, right.
They just had their first kid.
It's not his kid. I'm sorry.
That's a longer story.
Have you guys ever seen Me, Myself, and Irene?
Yeah.
Just follow me there. It's not his kid.
I mean, he's pretty pasty, but his kid is dunking at 8. You know what I mean? He's got a great tan. I don't know why.
This thing's bigger than those sausages you're cooking on that grill right there.
He actually tripped me. I walked in and it's like, your feet were even out. Anyways. But yeah, I mean, people have met their spouses on dating apps. So I'm not saying it's all bad, but yeah, most of the stuff as far as organic is what actually leads to relationships and things like that. But all right.
We got to get this second pour in. I'm limited.
No,
There's
not
limitations.
Doing this. No, you're not doing this.
There's limitations.
All right, so why I'm getting the ice and being the gentleman that I am. And speaking about organic, yeah, like, I mean, when you actually have friends and they introduce you to people,
right?
Or you go and meet people on your own and stuff like that. Like, that's how, I mean, that's actually a better way than dating apps.
Yeah.
But tell me, since you're married, tell me how instant gratification can affect a marriage. Good, bad, ugly, if you choose to, or let it.
What part of instant gratification are we looking for?
Right? You tell me, man. You got the goddamn calm. Let's go.
No, man. I don't think instant gratification in any variance is a positive thing, dude. I really don't. I think everything should take a bit of work.
See, how I didn't want to work for it. I just wanted the instant goddamn gratification. Here.
I'm going to tell you right now, the face that you made when you dropped it down, that face of failure.
I didn't wash my hands before
I
this.
trust you.
You did.
I trust you. No, man, I don't think it's good for, I don't think it's healthy for a marriage, man. I think that, I think that.
How do you avoid the pitfalls
Well,
of instant gratification?
you listen to your partner. You listen to what they say. If they're bringing something up that, or reacted negatively to something that you were trying to instantly gratify.
Yeah.
What
about like the things that we've talked about as far?
Get this fucking guy's bottle.
Man, the goddamn bottle is
got a hole in the side of it.
Yeah, no, got a hole in my lip. No.
Cheers.
Cheers to you, brother. Now, when we're talking about you guys watching a show, phones, you know what I mean, the communication.
Yeah,
I remember so one of my exes, my Canada, right? We could sit back, put the phones down, and we could talk for 5 hours.
Oh, my wife and I can do that with ease still 23 years later.
You know what I'm saying?
1,000%.
Which is great. And that's where you want to be. That's like the goal. How do you get to that point? Like,
I think that you have to put the phone down, right? You got to put everything else aside. Like, listen, like last night I came home, she's watching one of her shows, one of her deals or whatever. I've just started learning how to mix vocals and stuff like that with music, and I'm doing my son's stuff, doing my stuff, and just a learning phase.
Yeah.
There was no reason. That was a moment where it was like, okay, go do your thing. I'm going to do my thing, right? Mm-hmm. How do you? Otherwise, if we're in the same room, we're chilling, she's cooking dinner, I'm cooking dinner, and the TV's on or whatever. If we sit there on our phones the whole time and make that the point of your interest, that's bull. That's you got to get away from that. You put the phone to the side. How are you doing? What can I help you with? But in 9 out of 10 times with her, because of the way she is and her process, nothing. And you just sit there and talk. Yeah. And we can talk and talk and talk. And it's interesting all the time because there's no outside interferences. Yeah. The phone is the interference, the beeping, the notification. It's an interference. I'm going to tell you this right now. I think one of the best things about some of the practices I'm trying to go after right now is when my phone beeps or it rings, I'm not a slave to my phone. I don't need to get up and fucking run to it and pick it up. Yeah. I need to understand that whatever's on that phone can wait for however long it is for me to get done with what I'm doing right now.
And that's a choice. It's choosing to not fall into that pitfall.
And I am the worst when it comes to beep beep.
We all are, though.
We all. I mean, because we've been programmed that way, right?
That's the way they're programming us,
right? But I think that if I'm having a conversation with her, and we're talking about something that is whatever it is, I don't give a fuck if we're talking about how long you cook rice for. Yeah. I don't want to stop. Hold on real quick so I can check that I got a like on Facebook or I got a...
Yeah, this conversation with the person I hold most valuable in the world. Yeah.
So I've had to really, and it's not, I've had to really change myself because I care about my phone more than my wife. Mm-hmm. It's again, trying to deprogram myself, trying to reset.
Great point.
And reevaluate.
Deprogramming.
Yeah. Because there's a problem with... That's instant gratification too. The what if or what is. What is that? Why is my phone beeping? I want to find out. I want that instant gratification of knowing. Yeah. Right?
My post that I put some work into got a like. Yeah. Oh, somebody commented on it. Yeah. Oh, gotta figure out what it is.
And then anxiety. We got like 10, I don't know, like 10 or 12 likes on on the deal. Yeah. Okay. Now what comes up? Anxiety. Fuck. Is that all I'm gonna get? 10, 12.
How many views are we gonna get?
How many views are we gonna get? I think that's one of the biggest problems with anything that you're promoting. You know, whether it's your business, whether it's your podcast, your music, etc. Mm-hmm. If you follow a process map, if you write it out and say, I'm going to do it this way, and this is the way that we're going to do it because there's winning involved. Yeah. There's winning at the end, right? Don't deviate. I got halfway there. And then I went,
Yeah.
oh, let's do it this way. Well,
Yeah.
fuck, man, you didn't even try. You didn't go one revolution, man. You just let it.
You can't give up.
You let that ADD, you let that squirrel brain part of your
That's right.
mentality, right?
Or the programming of how they want you to be, because they don't want you to stick with it.
No.
They don't want you to keep going. I remember, going out and doing sales calls, and the company that I was with wanted you to do 18 to 22 sales calls a day. That's a lot.
That's a lot of phone calls.
No.
what?
I'm talking about that's visits.
Visits.
That's going out and visiting businesses. 18
Shit.
to 22 a day.
An 18 to 22 phone call. That's not a lot of phone calls, by the way. I just like sound like the worst. I sat there and thought about it for a bit. I'm like, that's like 20 minutes. Go ahead.
So you're going and driving around, right? And you imagine the middle of August, right? In your khakis and a button up, and like it's call number 19. It's 4 o'clock. And good and well you could go back to the store.
And you know that the fucking person that you're going to see is
you just don't know. You've never even been there before, and you've heard no 18 times, 19 times that day.
Yeah,
it's that moment where you say, "Okay, do I go back or do I actually go in this business at 4 o'clock in the afternoon? I've never been there. It's 100 degrees. I'm sweating. My sweat is sweating."
You know what he says back to you?
What?
Hey, Tommy Callahan, I'll buy those brakes from you.
That's right. And then you go in there, which is kind of funny. Midwestern Irish auto parts chain.
Oh, shit.
Go figure. But you go in there, and then that's when you get your win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You got to continue. Yeah, you got to continue to. You have to be prepared for the no, right?
Yeah.
You got to master the no. I'm telling you.
You can't quit once almost the instant gratification part of it. Well, how about, the negative part of the instant gratification is when you don't get it.
Oh yeah,
You get pissed. You go on a dating profile and you don't get a like. You don't get a swipe.
You should
in 2 minutes.
You should be hungry. Yeah. That's why you do that's why the practice of whatever that respective company you're talking about is. That's why they exist. They exist because that practice works. That practice works because they're still in business and they're profitable. Yeah, and like I know, one more customer is always a beneficial thing. One more customer, more customer almost will lead into another customer just by way of communication.
Well, the more chances at the plate, the more at bats, the more chances for hits, the more chances for home runs.
Remember, like you said, 1 to 10,000.
Yeah,
hard,
super hard. The hardest thing, the hardest part of the journey.
Right, 10,000 to 100,000, different. All right, because let's just break it down. Right, let's break it down to when you and I used to pass flyers out for shows that we did back in the day. Flyers,
a lot of legwork.
Flyers on cars. Yeah. How many times have you walked out from a bar, from your job, from a Circle K, and some motherfucker threw something on your windshield, and you pick it up, you're like, what the fuck is this? Throw it or whatever, right?
Or you get a notification on your door from your alarm system that says somebody dropped off something about lawn care.
No, listen, out of 5,000 flyers that I would say that you and I expedited, probably 4,000 plus of them were out there on the streets. We got 680 people or 600, whatever it was.
Yeah, and that's probably a good return.
Now think about that ROI. Put the math in, boys and girls.
Yeah.
Right? Take that 680 something, divide it by that 5,000 or 4,000, multiply that by 100. That's that percentage that we actually penetrated. It took that many.
Yeah.
Now listen, we had some people that we knew that obviously would come in droves and come in.
Of course.
But there was a shit ton of new people out there.
But all right, so let's take like that percentage is probably a high return.
Right.
But let's dive into it even deeper. The flyer itself, we had to find the pictures.
We had to get somebody to design it.
We had to get somebody to design it. We had to find the font that might be attractive for people, the eye-catching.
They were dope-ass flyers.
They were dope-ass flyers. I didn't want to give you the left hand of that. Oh,
they were dope flyers.
Dope-ass flyers. Right? In
Next Level Records, motherfuckers.
Yeah, I've seen it all. Coming soon.
That was a good album. That was a fun album.
It was a great album. The funny part about it is Christian, he got in the car, he got in the Honda, and he was like, dude, he's like, Jimmy's CD's in the car. And I was like, really? Because
protecting you, my son.
Yeah, that's it. So he was like, man, he's like, I started listening to it. He's like, I really like it.
Good.
But anyways,
I hope he's not just saying that because he's listening to this podcast and know that I'll come and find him and chop him down.
Well, he knows. I was going upstairs earlier, before when you guys first got here, and he's like, oh, I heard Jimmy here. I gotta go say what's up.
That's my guy, man.
That's not sure, dude.
That's my guy, man.
But yeah,
that's my guy.
But first of all, the CD was in the CD player. You're welcome. And
there we go, man.
But no, so we had to get somebody to design the flyer. We had to find the pictures. We had to find the font. The promotional, and everything was one of those that we had to put everything into it.
It was a lot of work.
The legwork. Where are we going to pass the flyers out? We didn't just pass it out at Walmart.
No.
We went to clubs. We went to music spots.
Remember? We went to places that we would never go.
We're strategizing. This is all legwork.
And you remember, then we're like, where's Amos's? Okay, so let's fucking start going around Amos's.
Yeah.
Because we were going to other places. And
they're already used to coming to Amos's, and they're right there.
And I think you and I, like, at some point, we were like, we need to go to fucking...
Yeah,
South. We need to go where Amos's is.
That's right. Tavern.
Brian
Tavern
Bruce
worked
at Tavern on Tracks over there,
yeah.
so we would kind of chill there. That was not instant gratification.
Absolutely not.
It was not instant.
Work.
That was work.
Leg work.
Now, to wrap it up with the instant gratification side of things.
Yeah.
All right. Which in any podcast or any conversation that we have, I feel like you and I could sit here till fucking 9 p.m. tonight talking about it, right?
Yeah.
Because I think in any thing that we speak on, there's something to be spoke of instant gratification, right? Of someone that I want cake now.
Yeah.
Now.
No.
Right?
Feed me. Yeah.
If we think that we're going to change the mentality of these young people, right? Maybe a millisecond, maybe some time, maybe there might be a couple thoughts that maybe pertain to what we said in passing or in a conversation or in a night before or whatever like that with our kids. Man, they have all of these tools that promote instant gratification.
Yeah.
They have all of these weapons that absolutely blow instant gratification up in a million pieces.
That's right.
They're consumed by it.
Yeah, and the people they will tell them they're wrong if they think otherwise.
Right. And Bob, because listen, it's the same when we're talking about these new kids. We're talking about this new music, and they call us old heads. And that's because a lot of us are wrong. A lot of us are trying to tell them that, man, fuck that. This is how it should be. Y'all should respect this, respect that. Listen, hip hop music, for me, for that being my like soul, just go to music. I love all music, man. I listen to, like I said with Bart here, fucking Tyler Childers blew my fucking mind. This dude's got some crazy lyrics, right?
Good stuff, yeah.
But it's a young. That's not the way to put it. Let me put it this way: if I'm a guy that played in a band and was a guitar player in the '70s, and then my friend's son is a guitar playing dude in a band now that's doing a lot of college shows and whatever, but he's got a little bit of different way he's doing it.
Yeah.
There's a craziness in that I don't think that they judge or talk shit, or they just kind of, hey man, right on, man, keep going.
It's almost like the music of today is not going to have an 8-minute guitar solo.
The hip hop music shit that is the only one that I feel like you got these old heads like myself that'll talk shit to these younger man. What y'all listening to? What kind of cadence is that? What is this Migos shit? Where's the lyrics at? Where's the metaphors?
mumble raps.
You're talking all this kind of shit. Well, look, man, hip hop music before I even start. Like, think about the hippie hoppy to the hoppy to don't stop to rock it to the. Do you think for 1 second that was what I first started listening to? It wasn't. That was before. That was just before my time.
That's right. Yeah, it was the intro.
So why would I think it would be, and no disrespect.
Yeah.
But I think that would be ridiculous right now for a song like that to come out right now to sound exactly like that right now.
It wouldn't sell.
It wouldn't sell. It wouldn't do what it did. It did gigantic things back then.
Yeah.
We have to let things be. We have to let things form and grow the way they
evolve.
should.
Yeah.
Right.
So, all right. and I think that's one of the biggest points about this whole deal. And I'm not going to surmise anything, but I want to kind of give my own take on this. I think with anything in life, our satisfactions, our wins are all dopamine hits.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Dangerous.
So, all right. It can be a drug when there's too much. That's why life is moderation.
Yeah.
Right. So I think it's on us to get the younger heads to understand that their way of doing things is not necessarily the wrong thing. I don't want to sit there and judge these young guys and girls because they're coming up with some new shit.
Yeah.
That's working.
Yeah.
And it's working for them. It wouldn't work for us. And we might not understand it. But I want them to understand that the hits of dopamine that they're receiving, if they have too much of it, it becomes non-existent.
Right.
Right. So we have to slow them down a little bit, and we have to appreciate them that they can speed us up a little bit.
Right.
Right. That we have to take the time. You know what I mean? That they need to take the time. You know what I mean? And understand, why are we doing the things that we're doing? What's your end game? What's your mission? You know, and getting them to understand that the instant gratification is only going to be so successful, right? That you're going to need, if you want to be on top, it's like, you look at like a Jay-Z. And Jay-Z's been around since we were young. You know what I mean? And he's changed his styles 3 or 4 different times, and he's expanded into businesses.
Man, he's one of the he's one of the smartest dudes. When you listen to that dude talk, he's taking his time and he means what he says. Right?
That's right. But he's put the work in too.
Fucking hell.
But how many people have flamed out since he's been around?
Oh my God.
Thousands. You know what I mean? So I wrote a couple of things down, you know what I mean? Because I want to kind of give people just a couple of little bit of quick things that they can do to kind of help slow themselves down.
Okay.
So to speak. So, and you know, the funny thing about it is I wrote down, you know, parenting, dating, work, friends, life. Some of the things, it's all about disconnecting. Right. They say that if you go and walk, just go find a nature preserve and go walk around for 30 minutes with your shoes off.
Shit.
That it actually demagnetizes you. Because you think about it. Everything that we deal with electronically is putting off waves, right? Wi-Fi, this whole nine. All of that.
What did you hear this from the fucking Liver King or something? Or
no,
what?
Man. All of this affects our chemistry, our body makeup, our thought processes. Sleeping close to your phone, you're never in a relaxed state.
Yeah.
You're always in a high frequency, you know, kind of modulation, so to speak. So taking away, well, get another step there. We'll let that go ahead and sink in real quick. So finding a nature preserve. Just go walk. Leave your phone in the car.
So tell me this.
Go walk in nature.
Go walk in nature with your fucking socks off and your shoes and socks off?
Well, so does no. In not all situations you're going to be able to do that. But they say to take your shoes off and walk around. Find you some nice walking ground. Don't rock climb with your bare feet. Maybe yours there, Frodo Baggins, but
you're saying like go out and walk in nature. It's like, God, you want me to go walk in the woods with my fucking bare feet?
You can.
Huh?
Do it.
You know what I mean?
Try it.
Who knows, man? Who knows what you'll find?
I know, maybe a splinter or something. But anyways, go walk around. Your feet on bare ground. Man, we used to do this back in the days as kids. Run around in the backyard catching lightning bugs and bullshit like that. You know, way back in the day.
They don't have lightning bugs anymore.
When's the last time you saw one?
I haven't seen a lightning bug in a long time, yo. They're gone.
Makes you wonder.
They're out of here. They're part of the
so a lot of that. I read an article when they were talking about what successful people do and what non-successful people do, right? Number 1 on the list, non-successful people watch TV. Successful people read.
Where was this
Knowledge
from?
is power. I learned it on Google.
I
wish I would have actually wrote down that article. But no, that was one of the big things for me. And it's almost like a fight to be able to sit down and read a book. It's almost a fight for me. I mean, so I know it's a fight for other people, you know, to be able to do that.
Because if it's a fight for you, then of course it's a fight for all the lesser people out there.
Commoners. Fuck you, man. I'm sorry, I didn't say that. Where was my censor button right there? But no, you know, getting out in nature, reading, more dinners together with the phones away.
I think that's such a good idea.
Disconnecting, just finding little ways that you can disconnect. Putting the phones down where you can talk for 30 minutes after, even if you're coming from a practice on the way home,
right,
with your fam. You're picking up your kids, you're taking them. Just find the ways to relax. Find the ways to connect. You know what I mean? Without the distractions, because they don't want an educated populace that's capable of deep thought.
Ooh.
It's going back. It's going back to like George Carlin, you know what I mean? And some of the things back in the day. They don't want that.
What did he say? We're not in their club? Or there's
a giant club and you ain't in it.
And you ain't in it. God rest his soul.
So that's kind of what I wanted to say on that. Find the ways to disconnect, find the ways to reconnect, put the technology away when you can. Learn, grow, educate yourself, educate each other, and grow together organically.
It's important to do that.
Okay. So let's change gears a little bit. I want to have a little fun. You with me? So we got a little bit more time, just a little bit, and we got a little bit more bourbon left. I want to play a game. Can I get a Saul reference on that? Can you change my voice, Sean, to where, you know, when I sound like the guy? I want to play a game. For too long, you've been... Never mind. So the game is, I want to bring Sean over here. And I want to play a game called Hot or Not. So,
Hot or Not?
Yeah, we talked about dating apps and stuff like that. Sean is a single gentleman.
Is he 15?
No, but he's a single gentleman. And he is looking...
Hot or Not? Is it HAWT, like hot or not?
I would have never thought about that, but I'm glad you did there, sir. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read a dating profile, and I'm going to want Sean to tell me if he thinks this girl is hot or not. And of course, we're going to show the pictures for the people watching, you know, so they can judge at home. All right. So this is a. Oh.
Yeah, what are you doing? You got it?
Say hello, Sean.
How we doing, ladies?
Ooh, wow.
Are you on there? I can't hear you.
Sean is available for
we're
everybody.
here.
Sean is available for everybody.
Yes. I can't hear Sean, but it's fine.
He's got a stable career, and he is an engineer extraordinaire. Very intelligent.
Yeah, and he is 6'4" and currently weighing in at 184 pounds.
Tall, slim, athletic.
And usually wears his hair in cornrows.
He's a Capricorn. He likes long walks on the beach.
None of these things are true.
Good there.
And he could be a great stepdad for all you ladies with a nice behind. All right, so this is...
We're going to get canceled.
Borderline.
All right, so this is number one. So this is Dorian.
All right.
Already
All right.
know.
She's 39 years old, and here's her profile. Do I have to do this in a female voice?
No, you did. The voice you did, I thought I was in like Nip Tuck movie. You let's go.
All right.
Here's her profile.
Here's her profile. Just moved to Charlotte from Colorado, but originally from the South. Never married, no kiddos. Board certified behavior analyst. Worked with kiddos on the spectrum. Some say world's greatest aunt. German Shepherd mommy. Love being outdoors, laughing, and spending time with friends and families. Friends and family. She's 5'4" and a Capricorn.
5'4" and a Capricorn.
So what do you think? Do you think hot or not?
So she works with, you said...
She works with kids on the spectrum.
So that's good for me.
Yeah. I mean, hey, honestly, man.
We'd be willing to talk. Go ahead and hit like on that one, I guess.
Oh, I did. He's got a hot, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dorian, she is.
Talk to her about the name a little bit.
She is rated. She is rated as hot. I mean, hey, listen. First of all, German Shepherd mommy. That's cool. You know what I mean? Works with kids on the spectrum. Big heart.
Oh God,
Well,
this isn't about you. We're not
Yeah,
diving
I
into
like
this.
it. Okay, so
not
that's
drug
number
dog.
one.
Yeah.
All right.
So I think you judged
did
well,
all right.
Dorian.
You did all
We give our seal of
And
approval.
y'all are both like the same height and everything, so I think it'll work out.
Couple inches taller than that.
Wow. All right. So here's number 2. Okay.
Influence.
You're not supposed to react there.
That's
Dumb
a
nuts.
social experiment I just did right there.
Okay. So, all right. So this is Jordan. All right. She's a little
Michael?
bit. No, her name's not Michael. Although she has big mitts. So this is Jordan. She's, which I laughed so hard. Love that last episode. I laughed hard with these smaller mitts. All right, so this is
Ratio
Jordan.
thing.
This is Jordan. She's 26. All right, so a little bit younger. She's an Aries, so fucking run. I'm sorry. So her profile is short and sweet, like she is, 5'4". I love working out, drinking wine, and hanging out with my puppies and plants.
She's too active. Move past that one.
All right, so you're saying not hot?
Not hot.
Yeah, we're not going to let him influence that, but yeah, we'll say not hot.
Okay, so that's number 2.
Okay, she would have been fine, but yeah.
Yeah, see? That's the only reason why I did that. I wanted to see it, and it worked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, see, you never know, right? This is a social experiment.
All right.
All right, so this is number 3.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right, so this is Stephanie. She's 38.
Steph.
Kind of short and sweet. She's 5'3" and an Aquarius. I'm odd, yet so much fun. Life is short, so live it and love it. Don't be an asshole. Just be kind. So, what do we?
What do I do with my hands?
I don't know what to do with my hands.
You get fucking Sean over here and some fucking stuff up.
God dang it, man! I sit there and
should be good.
I sold you. I oversold you.
All right,
Obviously.
you got to redo that again.
All right, so
Definitely not redoing it.
Stephanie,
Keep it like
Stephanie,
it is.
38, 5'3". I'm odd yet so much fun. Life is short, so live it and love it. Don't be an asshole. Just be kind.
Wow.
If you like short things, we'll hit like.
Wow.
Okay. All right. So there you go. That's number 3.
Yeah, that's in the
I
wheelhouse.
can tell why you're on a dating site. Some of the stuff that you say. It's my guy, right?
Okay.
Third wheel of the next
All right,
level
so
venture groups.
this is number 4.
Ashley.
Hey, we got an Ashley. All right.
There's a lot of Ashleys.
All right. So this is Ashley. She's 43. Her profile.
Damn.
This is first sentence. All right. This is so funny to me. I will not vote for Trump.
Oh shit.
But will respect
Identity politics.
But will respect why you did, as long as you don't tell me it's because he has good moral values. I'm outgoing and love meeting new people, traveling and staying busy. And why are we in a windstorm?
Well, because fucking Sean.
I don't think that has anything to do with it.
You don't think that when he sat down and shit started fucking up? Keep it, Sean. All right, pause for a second.
Okay, all right.
Yes, we're having a bit of a rainstorm coming in. Ladies and gentlemen, the clouds are moving due west in the Indian Trail.
It's the quiet storm.
No, you
Remember
don't.
that back in the day?
No, the quiet storm.
But they would have to like the rain fall in the background. Yeah.
Shout out Eddie Owens, man. What the fuck is
Eddie
that?
Owens. What is that?
There's some frequency going on. Huh? Yeah.
Oh, it
There's
really
a
is.
fucking
It really
storm
is.
out there.
Good God.
This is.
It's a
currently
monsoon.
picking
This
up
is the
a
first time this
hurricane.
has happened at the Two Poor Podcast Studios.
Oh God! No, well, look, I'm not gonna be late.
Okay. All right. Good. All right. All right. Let's finish. Can we finish up this effing game? Let's get back to Ashley.
I am texting that.
Fuck her.
But he's
Can
trying.
we?
That's why
Oh, please.
I want to be late.
Oh God!
Jesus Christ.
I love how
All
mad
right.
he gets. Don't you JC me? Don't you
Hey.
JC me?
That will.
Don't you JC
leave it in
me?
the other.
Don't you make me come out of this corner?
I will take you in that rainstorm. All right.
Nobody puts baby in the corner, by the way.
I just did. All right. Anyways, let's get back. This is Sean's dating life we're talking about, okay? This is more important than your instant gratification of a text. All right, Ashley. Thank you. We love you, Ashley. We're not so sure about this, Ashley. All right. Ashley, 43. I will not vote for Trump, but will respect why you did, as long as you don't tell me it's because he has good moral values. I'm outgoing and love meeting new people, traveling and staying busy, but also love downtime and relaxing as well. I have 3 kids full time, and they are my top priority. She's 5'4", and also a Christian.
Why are they all 5'4"?
I don't know.
Is that
It's pretty common.
Target demographic.
So what's your deal? Hot or not?
We led with identity politics, so we're going to skip that one.
Okay.
God, I wasn't a fan.
She's actually kind of cute, though. I dig that. She is kind of cute, but I mean,
All right,
when
listen,
you come out with your first,
I want to say something to
Yeah, that's not a good line, greeter.
I want to say something to people out there. And this is just me. When you're looking at a girl, when you look at a woman, your dude, do you ever say she's cute? Huh? Is that what you say?
Oh, so you're using this whole thing to bash me?
Oh, I'm going to bash you. Because you got so mad because I picked my cell phone up.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
I'm going to bust you up.
Because you can't pay attention. You're the definition of instant gratification over here. You're defining what you're preaching against.
I can't believe that happened with the rain.
I know.
That's
We're sitting there looking for a fan.
We're like, why am I in a testing area?
Oh, I thought that just happened. I thought we were going to die. All right, so what's the next lucky dude?
Last one. All right.
Are down.
So this is Tiffany, okay, with a Y. Tiffany with a Y. She's 37, and she's 5'6".
Tall.
Taller.
The heels off of her.
Throw you a curveball, weirdo. All right, so her dating profile says,
Hey
there.
Hey. Eh,
Oh,
yeah.
my bad.
He's got
My
to see
bad.
the merchandise.
There's a big arrow pointing to her. Okay. Oh. Hold on. I took another one.
It's not a good sign.
I took another one just for you. Okay. All right. So it says, hey there. I'm a mom of 2 amazing kids. They are my world. Faith and family are very important to me. I'm looking for my person to do life with. A good sense of humor and a good heart are a must. Heart emoji.
20 life or
She's 5'6" and a Leo.
so she's into astrology apparently.
Well, they all put their signs and stuff like that. There's different things, but it looks like faith and family are important, and she's looking for a good sense of humor.
And heart
Which
emojis.
order was faith? Faith before family?
Faith before family. So, what do you think?
We'll hit like just to see the picture.
I think if you bring that to the Two Porter Podcast Studios, I think you'll be. We'll high five.
We would have done
high five.
okay.
She's a pretty.
We would have done okay.
She's a pretty gal.
Yeah, and all right. So did you say no to any of them, or yes, or
No, he did.
There was one the
Ashley.
politics.
The Trump.
Keep that
the
out
Trump
of
dislikes.
conversation usually, regardless of who you.
Yeah. If you like Trump, I hate you.
Swipe right.
Yeah.
I mean left.
Hey, ma'am, can you tell me anything about Donald Trump? Can you tell me anything about his policies or?
Just don't tell me he was a good person.
Yeah.
Don't tell me he had good moral values.
Yeah.
I have 3 kids. 3 different dads. Don't you tell me about moral values.
Yeah. That is fucked up, but so true.
Never mind.
I love the way you just did that.
I'm going to create the dating profile of the thousands that I've seen of basically a summation. A summation.
Did you just say the thousands that you've seen?
I'm joking.
You got to keep scrolling.
Not really. But the summation
like 'em all.
of
Jason's
the
got
average.
he's got a new way of doing
It's
it
a-
now to where
He's got a robot.
I've built an algorithm.
The AI just scrolls for him.
then just anything that
They got
moves,
5'4".
they swipe to the
Are
right.
you, are you breathing? Do you like life? I got to tell you my
Are
worst
you
first date story.
a warm soul?
No, not me. I do have to tell you my worst first date story though, where it basically got to the point of, do you like to breathe? Because there's nothing else that you seem to like.
No,
but
that's
you gotta, hey man,
You run out of
listen,
descriptors.
I mean, you can do one of 2 things. I mean, you can scroll the dating sites, or one of 3 things. You can scroll the dating sites. You can go out there and find people organically. Or you can say, hey, man, I really like this person. I know this person. And I really like this person. I know this person. I can hook them up.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll see where it goes.
We'll see what happens.
That's one of
Watch
3
what
things.
pops.
I see it. I like it.
What?
Right? I
You
like
see
it.
what?
Right?
Was I aiming at
Well,
somebody in
you
particular?
were doing this and kind of like that, so make
then
kind of
Roboto.
yeah. I threw a pass out there and you were zigging for
Yeah,
it.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what it is. That's what people actually care about you and like you. All right. So, Sean, you got anything to comment on the instant gratification? before we get to our parting shots by Mr. J Bass?
Is that because it's my generation, or I would still put myself before? And I saw the cell phones come about, and I remember playing Snake on the Nokia. That was fun.
Holy shit!
Yeah, no shit, right?
I wouldn't have thought about that. Yeah,
I played that game till my phone
fuck
died.
Yeah.
That would
sit in
make
the back seat. Oh, fuck.
that would make my
front seat for
phone
you.
die.
That's like Game Boy Tetris,
Yeah.
as opposed to what they have now on their phones.
Yeah.
Like Call of Duty on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Android.
Fucking put a missile out of the ass of a camel 150,000 miles away.
Yeah.
On their cell phone now.
What Ferris Bueller say?
Did I literally just bomb a country? Sorry.
Don't bomb a country.
It actually happened.
Small country, be a big bomb, small country.
Yeah. Well, man, I like that. I like that game. I'm glad it was another curveball. You're a curveball kind of guy.
I'm a real Hershiser out here. This mother.
Yeah. Well, I think it's good. Right?
Yeah.
I think it's good.
I
Right?
think it's great.
Yeah. Just want to be good. Want the team to do good.
Just want to give 100%, 110%. And, we played good. And want the
Team
play
to good.
Yeah. All right. So, Mr. Muhammad Ali Jr., with your parting shots.
Parting shots. I want to
wrap this up for us.
I want to say there was a young man from South Meg. The parting shot doesn't have to do with what I'm about to say, but
It's all right.
young man Keith, I think Keith Austin was his name, passed away just this past week and a half. It was a football player for South Meg High School. Huge presence. My daughters knew him.
Just
happened.
Current student.
Yeah, the kid he drowned or did whatever. I don't want to say a bunch about that horrific part of it, being a dad myself, but prayers go out to his family and obviously all the friends that impacted, and that there's something that you can't fill. There's a hole that creates that's created out here by absence of your life, right?
Yeah.
So what my parting shot is about is a mental health, kind of kick in the pants for anybody who does have anything in their head that makes them think that suicide is the way out, right? You and I both have dealt with 100%. Suicide as young folks.
Absolutely.
And mental health is a very, very hard, thing to conquer, right? Because it's so easy to go the other way. It's the easiest thing to do on the planet is to give up, right?
Yeah.
But when you give up and you think that's the right answer, and then what you end up leaving behind are all these torn souls and all these people that are just why, right? And I sat and I thought about it after talking to my daughters with this young man that passed on, and thinking about his family and thinking about his parents or his siblings, etc.
Yeah.
And thinking about God, if that happened to my brother or sister or whatever, I would, it would tear me in half. And it's important that people recognize changes in people's everyday attitudes and the way that they are, just their normal behavior, and say something. Don't be that person that says something to someone else. Says, man, you see Jason? He ain't acting right. Yeah, what's up with him? He ain't. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Okay, and then you go about your life. Well, if Jason is your friend, then say something, right? So I think it's a big problem that has always happened. I don't think this is brand new, right? And the kind of people that we are, the kind of people that we were kind of built to be, right? If we see a problem anywhere, we want to fix it. It's sometimes to a fault, right, of ours, because we can't fix everything. But if we see a problem, we want to find a solution for it. So if you see someone that has this just different, I'm talking about hard shift, and they're not normal, say something to them. So, man, you want to talk, man?
If you care,
you got something,
yeah,
you got something on your mind. You want to, because I'm telling you, man, depression is something that's very, very real, and it's hard and it's dark, right? And when it happens, it happened to me when I had the episode, whatever, and went to the hospital, all this shit. I'm sitting there for like a week and a half trying to figure out why. Like I didn't get debilitated, right, or anything like that. I didn't get, but I had to stop working for 3 weeks. I couldn't do this. You can't do that. You got all these things. I'm like, and I got depressed. I did.
Yeah.
But that kind of leapfrogged me into right now and thinking about if I was in a position where I wasn't acting right, I would hope that somebody that loved me would say, yo, man, what's up with you? You all right?
Yeah.
And I think that too many of us are so focused on our phones and we're so focused on ourselves that we don't look up. This is one thing my homie Mike White said. He said, man, I realized that I'm walking with my head down so much, not head down like he ain't got confidence or something like that, but like walking, looking at your phone, walking, whatever. He said, I like walking around observing. I'm an observer. I like seeing what's going on. I was like, man, I like the way he said that, right?
Yeah.
How the hell are you going to know that somebody that you work with or somebody that you're friends with is having an issue if your fucking head's stuck in your cell phone all the time, right? Or if you're not communicating and being a real person.
Yeah, somebody
right?
somebody said that about the whole alien deal. They're like, if you're constantly looking at the stars, analyzing what's in the universe, you don't see what's right in front of you.
Right.
You know, I was going into Harris Teeter with the boys last week. We were kind of prepping for the beach. And we were walking towards the front entrance on the right-hand side because, you know, most of these, they got two entrances. We're walking on the right entrance. And I saw somebody go and put a cart up. And the cart starts rolling. And it's rolling towards a $70,000 SUV. And I'm in slides. And I start running for it. I was like, oh, shit, I'm going to go grab it. And then another lady does the same thing.
Right.
And she grabs it first because she was closer. And then the person was trying to get out of the car because they saw it happen.
Right.
And we all shared a moment.
Right.
And it's like we were all aware. And it's
You're
almost
connected
like
there for a second.
we were all on the same page. If we're constantly looking at this,
Yeah.
if we're constantly in reality shows, if we're constantly in bullshit that they want us to pay attention to,
Yeah.
we miss the human connection that
Yeah.
actually builds positive things for the future.
And the human condition. Listen, man, you're not always going to be able to make me happy, man. There's going to be times where I'm pissed off, man. There's going to be some shit that's going on. I'm not looking forward to going to work on Monday. Mm-hmm. I'm upset about work on Monday because I know I got to deal with some harsh things. We got some problems we got to fix at work.
Yeah.
Man, also, I am looking forward to going to work on Monday because I want to fix these things because they piss me off and they make me depressed and they give me anxiety and they give me these emotional freaking subs that piss me off to the point where it's like, man, do you get numb to it? So many people that I know in any business facet, they get numb to shit.
Yeah.
Well, man, hey, what's going on, man? I'm here. What? Man, let me tell you something.
I hate that.
Let me tell you something. If I ask you, yo, man, how was work? Work? Really? Okay.
Yeah.
How, man, like, hey, man, it's good to see you, man. What? Hey, man, how was your weekend? I had to fucking work. No, you didn't, motherfucker. You worked till 4 o'clock. And then what did you do for the rest of your Saturday and Sunday? You just sat around and cried about how bad work was?
It's a victim's mindset. Well, hold on. It's a victim mentality or a conqueror's mindset.
Victimization. Here, man, ending it off, my thought before with mental health, with seeing somebody that has that dark aura around them, be that light to help them through it, get them out of there. Sometimes it takes a stranger. Sometimes it takes a strange moment. Sometimes it takes awkwardness. So, because let me tell you something, man. The one thing that I feel is the best. How do you say it perfectly? If it feels too good, it's probably not, right? Yeah. So I'm going to do something. I'm going to say, hey, man, I'm just saying this to you. You just look like you're having a bad day. There's some problems that I see going on with you. I work with you every day. Man, do you want to go to lunch or something and have a chat? Man, there ain't no judgment going on here. Man, I just want to have a chat with you, brother. You look like you're going through it.
Yeah.
Can I have a talk with you?
Yeah, some of the most healing things that have ever been for me have been from the most awkward conversations that I've had with people that they approached me with.
Right.
And it's like, wow, like, I really appreciate you even coming at me like that.
Right.
Because sometimes it takes a lot to say, hey, man, you're being selfish.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or, hey, like you're not being you. Like, you know what I mean? Or I can tell something's bothering you.
Right.
You know, I mean, have a couple of young guys at work, and my buddy Jerry, who's 22 years old, a warehouse manager, and and he comes by and he says, "Hey man, you doing okay today?" Yeah, I'm fine. He's like, "No, you're not.
No, you're not. No, you told me this story.
No, you're not."
Shout out to Jerry. I like this cat.
Dude,
I like this cat.
Dude, man,
Jerry.
I love Jerry's the stuff, man. Or same thing. We're like with Drew, like, "Hey man, are you doing okay?" Yeah, I'm fine. I'm good. Nah, man, what's going on, really?
Yeah,
And
there's certain things that mask you being in a bad mood sometimes, right? Or I told my people at work the other day, I said, you guys, when y'all hear me being funny and laughing and doing stuff and trying to keep the mood light or whatever like that, that doesn't mean that I'm in a good mood all the time. I just know that your job is stressful. I know shit sucks. I know that you're
trying to take more of it off.
I want y'all to be okay. You don't think I see that bad survey? You don't think that it affects me too? It affects all of us, man.
That's right.
And guess what, man? That ain't gonna ruin the rest of July. We got the rest of July to fix that, right?
Yeah.
But there's also something a lot of people do when they do have some depression and they do have things that fucking bother them, and they offset it by funny. Hey man, let's be the funny guy, right?
Yeah.
Let me do right.
The Chris Farley's.
I don't
the
know anybody
Robin,
like that.
Right, and I'm not.
The Chris Farley's, the Robin Williams,
Right.
like some of the happiest people.
I feel connected to those people because I do feel sometimes that when the doors close or when whatever, and it's just me and my thoughts, sometimes I'm like, fucking hell, what's going on? Like, where am I at right now?
It's lonely at the top.
Right, and I'm far from the top, brother. I hope you know that, right?
I'm just talking about when you're in certain roles.
Yeah.
You have to shoulder the stress. You have to shoulder the burden.
Yeah.
For your people.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
So that where they don't have to face it.
And being somebody like me that's gone from, my career when I was I was in a way better place financially and all this, but not mentally.
Yeah.
But no excuse. I was up here and had to take a reality check and come back to where I am now. It's hard to do that shit. It's hard to take. It's mentally fracturing. It's pride fracturing. It can cause depression. It can cause anxiety. Cause all these kind of things. This isn't me crying for help. This is just me saying this shit happens, and you gotta toughen up. What they say about man, rub some fucking dirt on it, man, and move on. I'm gonna just sit around talk. I don't need to go talk to a psychotherapist to tell you that I'm a human and I have fucking emotions and problems happen. I feel like I'm not as far as I should be right now.
Absolutely.
There's that instant gratification kind of thing where sometimes I like it. Man, give me a fucking rubber band shot up to the top real quick of that instant gratification because damn it,
I need a win.
Yeah, I need a W.
To hit a dopamine. Here's the thing though. None of what we just talked about, the good things, the growth, the learning, the help, the motivation, the coaching for you or from you is going to happen if we're focused on things that are non-existent, things that relate to 5 seconds
things
of
that
life.
are not tangible.
Things that are not tangible, things that aren't organic. So try to find a way to navigate through the madness, put away the phones, disconnect, recreate, find your positive, find your happiness, and help others.
Think about being able to withstand anything. Think about being able to step up to the plate and be impervious and be able to get up and just do it without. Is that your phone?
Unless yours probably.
Oh, it's on the ground over there. You sack of shit.
It's
probably broken
vibrating
in
that
half.
hard. Yeah.
She's called like 100 times. I'm kidding. So here's the deal. We're gonna end it like
Sign
this.
off, my dude.
Hey, we're gonna end it like this, man. It's always a pleasure to be able to sit on a platform like this and be able to chop it up with you. And it's a pleasure. And thank you, Sean, for always being the cat that puts it all together. Always support your local, wherever you are in this world. Support your local companies. Support your local businesses.
Absolutely.
Put the work in to get away from that mindset of instant gratification. Talk to people out there that you care about, or even if it's somebody that you just know as an acquaintance and there's something wrong and you can visibly see there's something wrong, do not be afraid to try to help that person.
Absolutely. You could be the difference.
You could be the difference and you could save a life on that. I'm not trying to be funny on that. I'm dead ass on it. You could save a life out there and do it. And hey man, Two Pour Podcast, baby. I don't have any in here.
I don't either. But we're going to pour another one to get the cheers going in some way. Two Poor Podcast. Please
Yeah.
share it, like it, comment it, give it
Like
to somebody
and
else.
subscribe.
Give the gift of life, take away the instant gratification, or get some instant gratification by sharing it.
Sharing it right now.
Right now.
Hey, man, fuck
You guys.
Hey, guys.